doing.
Why did we need it?
No.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And your toothbrush doesn't stink. It always smells good. And you look scared. Let's do it. It kind of gave me the ick. Really? I've never seen a mosh pit before. I didn't know what a mosh pit was.
No, I'm pretty sociable. I enjoy it.
A little chilly, but we'll take it.
Yes, indeed.
You're not wearing a hat.
I am not. I will be warm inside very soon.
Oh, that sounds like a horrible idea.
Welcome to episode 1 of Holly and the Yeti. I'm glad you can join us. This is our very first, that's why it's called episode 1, very first podcast, and we don't know what we're doing.
Welcome. We're super excited. That's all that matters, right?
Yes, yeah, I'm excited about it. And, I thought this episode was going to be a throwaway.
Okay.
Like no one will watch it.
Right.
But because of the feedback that we've already got from the weekend,
Yes.
maybe we'll have
People
a
are
couple
already talking.
Yeah.
We might have a few supporters, I think.
Maybe. So what we like to do on this podcast, our tradition every week, is we're going to share something that we're grateful for. Holly, what are you grateful for?
Today specifically, because it's so cold, a nice, cozy, warm place to be to start this fabulous podcast off. And for this amazing coffee made by your wife, Erin.
She makes
So
it with
grateful.
love. It's not fast. It doesn't come out fast.
No.
But she makes it with care.
And what about you?
I am grateful for coconut oil. No particular brand, not sponsored by anyone. Just coconut oil because in this weather,
Oh, right.
the prickly skin, itchy skin
Dry.
that you get, yeah. And I hate stuff on my skin. I would rather get sunburnt than have sunscreen.
Oh, jeez.
That's how I hate oily products.
Okay.
But coconut oil,
Just
does it-
absorbs.
yes,
yeah.
it does as well, and it feels good, and it's so good for many things. But I get relief from the itch real
Right.
fast, amongst other things. I've had. If you've ever suffered from the burn down below, it's like putting water on a fire.
Right.
5 minutes, that burn's gone.
And you can cook with it.
Yes.
There are
Yes.
multiple uses for coconut oil.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. You can put it in your hair. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can.
I've brushed my teeth with it for 2 years, actually.
Really?
Yeah, instead of toothpaste, just to see what would happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
And your toothbrush doesn't stink. It always smells good because it's antibacterial.
Right. Wow.
Yeah.
That might be a whole nother episode in and of itself. All
Yes.
the things you can do with coconut oil.
Yes, I'm very grateful for coconut oil, especially this time of year.
Terrific.
So, this podcast, I want to tell you what it's about. Well, how we came about this podcast was Holly wanted to do something for the community, and we wanted to display some things around the place. And I thought, what's probably a good idea, and we don't know, this is an experiment, right? It might be a good idea to have a podcast that is so niche, that is just for our local area. And when I say local area, we're at Devil's Lake here, so maybe about 45-minute circle.
Yeah, the surrounding community, Irish Hills, Jackson County, Lenawee County.
Think of it like a local newspaper. How we used to pick those up every week, and we used to see what's going on. And so we want to cover a lot of things. What would we like to cover, Holly?
So, like we've already started, right? Events, history, businesses, memories, right? We've started some human interest piece. Really, you name it, anything that's kind of taken place in this area, part of the community, we would love to see it.
This is where you come in, is to help us with those things. We're not journalists, we're not
professionals.
And so if you can help us by letting us know, our email address is hollyandtheyeti@gmail.com. So if you can send us, it could be human interest, like John Clark contacted us and let us know about a really interesting guy at the lake named Clyde and Martha. They've been here for nearly a century.
Yes.
And know a lot of stuff and shared. We've already filmed it, And so that'll be next week.
Super excited about that.
Yeah. So if you have a human interest story or something coming up, let us know. And we'd love to cover it if we can. It's just the two of us, but if we can get out to certain places and it might be remote. We might do a remote call with you or something. Yeah, anything that you think
is worthy, right?
Yes.
I mean, in reality,
Yeah.
for the community.
Yeah.
We want to hear about it. When we started, we didn't know what we wanted this to be called, right? And you chose Yeti instead of Daryl. Why is that?
Well, there's a couple of reasons. I've never liked my name. Like when we did that first video, Holly and Daryl show, it kind of gave me the ick.
Oh my God.
Because I remember ever since I was probably 3 or 4, I never liked my name. And I even told my parents to get a name change.
Really?
Yes. And it might have been a self-esteem thing, I'm not sure. But as I grew up, I noticed that only the dorks in movies were called Daryl. Hillbillies.
Oh.
And I've not seen it. Maybe I'll find it and put it in this podcast. But my brother Daryl and my other brother Daryl.
Right,
Yeah.
yes.
Hi, I'm Larry. This is my brother Daryl. That's my other brother Daryl.
And also phonetically, the L, because my last name's Young, Daryl Young, it kind of works in my tongue, Daryl Young. So when I introduce myself, I say it with 2 distinct separate words, Daryl Young, because I get tied up in it.
Right.
And I started a YouTube channel, and I didn't want to call it after my name. And in Australia, we have a nickname called Buffhead. You big buffhead. I mean, it kind of means idiot, right? And
Okay.
It's used in friendly terms.
Okay.
Oh man, he's a buffhead. And even mothers might call their sons,
Right.
hey, big buffhead. Right?
Okay.
So I called my vlog the Buffhead, right? And when I was thinking about my business name,
Right.
I was thinking, I'd love to just call it Buffhead. But Americans can't say Buffhead. They seem to say Boofhead all the time.
Yes.
And and that icks me too. And so I was looking for a business name. I was looking for something. I didn't want to go with my name. Couldn't go with Buffhead. And so I was looking for a mythical creature that was fun. And so I ended up on Yeti Groove.
Okay.
And so when I proposed the idea, how about Holly and the Yeti? It was just an experiment. I threw it up on a couple of videos. And when we went out on the weekend, people were calling,
Yay!
okay.
I even receive emails. Hey, Holly, show this to Yeti.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Yeah, so I guess...
It works.
I guess it's
It's
Holly and the
stuck
Yeti
now.
now. Yeah.
Ready or not, it's stuck.
So tell me about Holly. Now, I have not got to know Holly much before this because I wanted to get to know you on the podcast for people who don't know you. Okay. So, as I understand it, you've been here all your life?
Yes, born and raised here.
Where were you born?
So at the time, we lived on Vineyard Lake, and then we moved between the lakes in, I believe, 86. And we have been at now at Devil's Lake since 1994.
I can't imagine what it's like to grow up in the same area you grew up. Mm-hmm. I can't imagine staying in one place all your life. So you're pretty much an expert on the area.
I mean, I like to think so. I mean, I did go away for college and came back. I knew I wanted to be here. Right.
So I know you do real estate now, right? Mm-hmm. And so that really makes you an expert.
You kind of have to be an expert in the area.
Yeah, right. And the amount of people that you know, like you can't go anywhere without people knowing you.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's fun, though. I'm pretty sociable. I enjoy it. And now with this podcast, people know me even more if it's not through real estate.
Right. Now, your husband, Rob.
Yes, Rob.
Rob. And you've got two
girls, Chloe and Lily.
Chloe and Lily. Chloe's gone to college.
Yep, she's at Western. Go
Lily-
Broncos.
Lily is in senior.
Yeah, she's a junior at Tecumseh.
Okay, so all these terms are new to me because we don't have senior, junior.
That was interesting
Yeah.
to find out that, you guys don't have the freshman, sophomore, junior, senior.
No, it's just grade grade 1 to 12.
Okay. So like freshman is 9th grade, which is still that here too, but
And so that's confusing to us. As a junior is
11th grade.
11, which I would have thought junior was like 7 or something.
Middle.
Yeah. So,
That's interesting.
and then you go junior again once you go college, right?
Correct. Right. So like Chloe just graduated last year, so now she's a freshman again, but in college.
Yeah. Hey, if you have questions for either one of us, drop them in the comments or something, and we'll try and cover them next week. And we're going to get to know Holly and myself further along as
This journey. See where it takes us.
yeah. Maybe you don't want to watch it. Who are those two goofies? Anyway, let's get on to the big topic of the day. Tip up.
What a fun experience. So I actually want to ask you, how do you feel about it? Because you've been here for 15 years and this is your first official tip up experience and you got to experience the whole thing.
It blows my mind. I've been here for 15
Very
years.
quickly, but...
All I really knew about Tip Up was the ice stuff. Okay. And so in 2014, I covered the ice events, which was really awesome because there was lots of snow.
Right.
And so the snowmobiles are out and D13 were down there conducting the races and the ice was really thick the whole year. So it was really awesome. But I did not know, I heard about things at Highland and stuff like that. And so when we were doing interviews with Misty and Claudia and the different taverns, I thought, oh, wow, this sounds fun. And so when it came to Saturday, first of all, I was really bummed about the red light
being canceled.
Right. But you had to cancel. I mean, that
there was
open
no
water.
way, right.
Yeah. But when I heard about all the different events, I thought, oh, man, I got to try and cover all these. And so people would see me come in, I'm there for 15 minutes and off again. Yeah. Because to try and cover everything is so difficult. I felt like I was working the whole time.
Yes, you were.
Because I couldn't relax.
Right.
And I would run into you. I thought, oh, you're here.
I was like, hi.
Oh, you're here.
Again.
Yeah. And I thought, wow, you got around too.
Yes.
Well,
you want to support everybody, right? You want to kind of hop around and make sure you...
I was amazed on Friday night how packed it was at the taverns. It blew my mind. At first, during dinner time, you could easily walk through and get some videos.
Right.
But once the band started, I could not walk.
I know.
And it was like, holy cow. And the fires outside and everyone getting along together. And I think, is that the main event?
Right. Oh, that's just getting started.
Because I thought the main event was the ice stuff, right? But I swear there was more people at the taverns than on the ice. Actually, there was.
Well, I mean, as we did a couple interviews on Saturday, it was way too cold. I mean, the people that were out there with their complete snow gear on and thermal underwear, that's the only way to be out there. That wind chill was way too cold. Now, years ago I would do that, but not anymore.
I actually got overheated inside of Highland. I like the cold.
Right.
Yeah, I don't like humidity. Okay. In summer, I lose energy and I don't want to go outside. Aircon is man's best friend. Kick the dog out, just give me aircon. But winter, I love this. I love this. We were super cold the other day. I went and did it for my first interview with Tyler and Reese out on the ice.
Right.
I was not prepared. I didn't have the thermals on. I didn't even have the right gloves. I took my gloves off as I was filming and everything. And there was no snow on the lake. So I was walking out and it was super slippery.
It was so slippery.
Walking slow. And by the time I finished my first video with them, I thought, oh man, I'm cold. And I was walking back, but I couldn't walk fast. I walked back and my hands went stingy to numb. And by the time I got back to the car at Highland Inn, it was so numb, I was trying to find my car keys and I couldn't tell if I was picking them up or not.
That is cold.
It was harsh.
That is very cold.
Taught me a lesson though. Right. I was prepared next time. But tip-up was super cool. It was fun flying the drones out there. I'm not sure if people got annoyed with it or not. But,
Well, I think the feedback we've received, especially on some of the videos you've already put up and edited, people enjoy seeing themselves, right? And in that different perspective too. And people maybe who haven't, maybe they really don't like the cold, so they didn't venture out. But this is kind of a bird's eye view to see some of that stuff come together.
I should say, regarding the videos, I should be getting permission.
Right.
Yeah, and if you see me out there with the video, and if you don't want to be in the video, just go like this, right? Or say no or go like this, and I'll make sure that you're...
That's cut out.
Yes, that I cut it out, right? And otherwise, I'll assume that you're in a public setting, in a public party, and that's okay. I won't get offended if you don't want to be on it.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, and if I do put a video out and you happen to be on it, and say, I'm under witness protection.
Right. I was not supposed to be there.
Oh, my mum didn't know I was there. So what events did you go to?
So we went out to a couple different places on Friday night. And then on Saturday, we decided to kind of do our own little poker run, right? We did a couple interviews on Saturday. And then, oh my goodness, we got the breakfast pizza from Hometown. If you have not tried the breakfast pizza,
Really?
try it. It's amazing. I have not tried. I've heard a lot about it.
I didn't eat all day.
No.
No.
Yeah, we picked up breakfast pizza on the way over to our first couple interviews.
Really?
Yes, and had it at my parents' place. And then we did. We just kind of went around to the different poker run locations and got to meet up with friends I haven't seen. I kind of feel like we go into a little bit of hibernation this time of the year. So all of our fun lake friends, we usually don't see this time of the year. We usually see them, when we move to the cottage from May until September.
Right.
And then I feel like we kind of all go into hibernation and see each other every once in a while. So it was just nice to see everyone.
I met a lot of people from Ohio. Do you think there was mostly out-of-towners or in-towners?
Well, I think it depends because I do believe a lot of people who live here go to Florida or somewhere warmer, January and February, maybe even March. So there's probably more out-of-towners, honestly.
Can you do me a favor? If you can just put a comment underneath where you're from watching this. I know someone came from Grand Rapids. So,
oh, wow. Very cool.
Yeah, they're coming from different places. And so people I met, they weren't even going to come until they saw the videos that we did before.
It's working.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah. And so I'd like to know where you're from watching this.
Yeah. No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. I went to everything, I think. I saw the goldfish blows.
Yes, we did catch some of those.
You did that?
I didn't do it, but watched.
Yeah.
And then the shot ski that was going on there as well, where they have the shots on that long ski.
I saw the shot ski. I didn't even know what that was. I asked what that was.
Yes, so people did that. We watched that. We went out, and then the bull riding at Two Lakes, and then we made it back to Highland and watched the leg wrestling contest. Oh my gosh, that is always a hoot.
You should go in.
Not a chance. But it was entertaining.
You know what? Bikini hot boxer competition. How no guys went in it. I could have taken off my shirt and won $300.
That was interesting too. So we did make it for that, and then the auction, and so it was just a fun-filled weekend. I just love seeing, the place packed. Everybody doing well, and I know that this is such an important event for the local businesses because it is kind of a quieter time of the year to help get them through to where, we have more people here year round. So it's always exciting.
So I want to show you something.
Oh boy.
Actually, before that.
Should I be nervous?
No. We met up with Mike Clark, who's the town supervisor.
Yes.
And so I cut a little video.
Okay. And mind you, it was freezing. And I did not have appropriate gear.
And we are here with
Mike Clark, and I am Rollin Township Supervisor.
Thank you so much for coming out today. I mean, what a great day for a celebration, right?
It's been few and far between in recent years with having safe ice, and good conditions. We still don't have any snow, but the snowmobilers would like that a lot. But otherwise, they spin their tracks off if they're not careful. But still, it's good, safe ice, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Absolutely. It's a little chilly, but we'll take it.
Yes, yes, indeed.
You're not wearing a hat.
I am not. I will be warm inside very soon. I like it. What are you excited to see today? What are you going to be out and about?
I'm just excited to see that they've been able to hold a tip up here. It's been very few seasons we've had in the last decade that they've been able to have safe ice, and it's just great to see this. It's a lot of fun, and there's not much to do in this time of year, but this is a lot of fun. So.
Absolutely. It's so fun to see everybody out. I love it.
Yeah.
I think we're probably going to have a future in the podcast. We have lots of questions for you in terms of township.
And
right?
I have I was thinking about a lot of things that could be featured, like our fire department, and all of the different things that are going on. There's a lot going on here now and more every day.
We're excited about it. I was just telling Daryl, we have a lot of stuff. I mean, the Yeti. We have a lot of awesome things to talk about, right? So we will definitely not run out of items to cover.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and I wish I had two hats because I'd let you have them, but I'd have to give you need a mink one. So.
That's right. I would take the coat too.
All right.
so
Okay, we'll
much.
get warm, Holly.
All right.
I'm going to get the drone out and chase these jet skis. What jet skis? I mean, snowmobiles
Yeah.
running down the track.
Yeah. All right. Well, you got to get on one of those too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, thanks for joining us, Mike.
Thank you very much. It's nice to meet
Lovely
the
to meet
famous
you.
Yeti. And of course, I know Holly. Holly, you do so much for our community, and I thank you so much.
We appreciate you as well. Thank you.
Very cool.
Okay, so I made a video of the event, and it took me 3 days to edit this.
I don't doubt it. So how many hours of video do you think you took over this?
I've got enough video to last us years of promo.
Well,
Because
mission accomplished.
You know, when we were doing interviews with Claudia and Misty and all, and they were talking about the different events, and I was wishing that we had coverage of that.
So then you could kind of go back and
Yes.
forth, right? So there, now you have it.
So next year, let's say there's no ice, which is a possibility.
Right.
Right. I think there's still a lot of really cool things that people would love to be joining.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
And I think that's what I caught.
Okay.
Yeah, I caught all the fun of
Good.
that. And this is the video. World premiere
Are you ready?
of Tip Up 25.
I'm Holly.
And I'm the Yeti, and this is Tip Up 2025.
I'm cold just watching this. Oh.
What kind of contraption is this?
That is probably about 60, 80 years old.
Really?
That was my dad made that a long time ago.
I'm here with
Elijah.
Elijah, and tell us, what did you catch this weekend?
Big pike.
Can you point to it?
What?
Wow!
That is huge.
Oh, very cool.
I'm so happy to be here. The best part is I'm sorry, I love it.
big one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was massive. How come you didn't put it in?
For someone else to catch and just to spawn and keep the genetics, you know what I mean? I couldn't do it.
Very cool. Wow.
Hypey, huh? Hypey.
I mean, if you weren't there, clearly you missed out.
This comes to the next section, shout outs. I want to shout out to some people that made it happen. I felt sorry for the people who were stuck there, stuck at the different places, but they made the fun happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like Claudia, Misty, and Angie, and Mitch, and Patty.
Yep.
They were there holding down the fort while everyone enjoyed themselves, but not all the servers too.
Oh, absolutely, because they make it fun, right? If they don't want to be there, then...
And I hope they made money.
Oh, I would hope so.
Yeah, because they didn't get to see
No.
the other stuff going on.
Right.
And
They just get to witness the entertainment that takes place.
Yeah. So they got to give us joy.
Oh, absolutely. The men's club, I mean, everyone, like you're saying, behind the scenes that doesn't necessarily get to go out to everything, right?
Yeah.
All the volunteers, the police officers, DNR, everyone making sure we're safe. And
Even Darlene, who was in the store all day, right? So I went and saw her, and she didn't see anything outside her store.
Right.
Yeah, but she was there for those who wanted to buy anything. And that's what keeps the whole thing alive. But I wanted to give a shout out to, do you know Dalton and Chelsea Wallace? They have a business called CD Party Rentals.
Oh, okay.
And they're in the men's club.
Okay.
And they were there the whole weekend, just volunteering, just setting things up and getting the fire going. And they were there at the auction. Dalton was holding the stuff out there.
Yeah.
And I think this is what gives me energy to do this podcast. They give a lot to the community, and he would never say this, right? He would never say this himself, but people who had friends, people who had loved ones pass away, right? And they've provided tents and chairs and stuff for the funeral, just to help people in need, and they work with people to make sure whatever the event is fun and works in the budget. And here they are, they took their kids and everything with them to help for the whole weekend.
Yeah, very cool.
Nothing in return.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think that goes to show with, all of the volunteers, right?
Yes.
100%. There's, especially when it's that cold out.
Yes. Yeah. So I would like to pledge this. People watching this podcast, if you can support your local people, $50 that goes to someone locally here is $50 that can actually pay for a waitress service or something. It doesn't mean you can't leave the area. But what the resolve I had after this weekend was my wife and I want to visit the taverns and enjoy the service here.
Right. Oh, absolutely. So going back to taverns, we had this conversation of, are they restaurants, bars, or taverns?
Yeah, what is it? I actually went to Highland Inn to find out, what do you call yourself? Is it a tavern? Is it a restaurant? And even though staff said, I don't know. And so we landed on bars and grills.
There you go. Well, we also wanted to do a little shout out to Lad and Tracy Upel for letting us do one of our broadcasts in their front yard.
Yes.
We thank them so much.
Yes, access is key. Thank you so much.
And we wanted to get as close to Cherry Point as possible, right? To
Yes.
get some of where the water was open, and that's where we caught the ice boat. It was great coverage.
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Anyone else you want to shout out to?
No, I think it was a great weekend. Men's Club did awesome. Everyone that, like you said, helped organize behind the scenes. Because I've put on a lot of events, and it is not a small task. There are so many people behind the scenes that it couldn't happen without them. And it takes months, if not years, in terms of keeping that going, right? We know Claudia has been in the Men's Club for 20 years now, and Yeah, all the local organizations. Yep. So with that being said, yes, spend your money local, but then also when they're doing fundraisers or, asking for donations, please get out there and help donate because they do a lot for the community.
Perfect segue into my next one. There's another event that I saw on Facebook, and it's a Polar Plunge.
Right.
And I want to go and film. I want to put in slow motion, people jumping in the water and stuff like that, because I've never seen one. I've only seen it on TV, and I'd like to see one. And so I looked at that Facebook page and thought, oh wow, it's a charity event, 2 in 2 out, I think it's called, and the funds go to support the first responders.
Yes.
So I had this thought. I'm going to go back in time a bit.
Okay.
I was at this rock concert. I've never been to a rock concert before in Oklahoma. And we're watching this band, and I thought, whoa, Laura, a fight broke out. Aaron, a fight broke out. And there were bodies, whoa. And I was videoing it. And Aaron says, oh, no, that's a mosh pit. Oh, really? I've never seen a mosh pit before. I didn't know what a mosh pit was. And I was watching it. I thought, wow, that looks energetic and fun. I should do that one day.
Oh boy.
And that was 10 years ago. And I thought, you know what? I ain't getting any younger.
No.
And so I says, I'm jumping in.
Oh my goodness. Where was the drone footage of that?
Oh yeah. It was so exhausting. It was actually full of fun and care. Because there was this girl that lost her glasses. Mosh pit instantly stopped, and everyone in the dark looking for her glasses.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. The guy found her glasses, put them on her, mosh pit. Anyway.
And back.
Leads me to the point, living life to the fullest. I'm thinking of registering for the Polar Plunge.
Are you? Oh my.
Yeah.
I like it. Well, then you're going to have to show me how to work this stuff.
Well,
because we have to get you on video.
Yeah. I've got another idea.
I am not doing
What
it.
if you did it?
No.
What if you did it too?
No. I will video.
I'll make a deal with you. Okay. So I'm going to edit this and put this out today.
Okay.
By the time I've put it out, because there's apparently you register and people pledge. If I put a goal, like say, I'd like to be able to raise $1,000 for the first responders. I think there's a QR code. So the QR code on this video, probably showing up now. And that'll take you to the pledge page where you can donate, right? How about if you are the first one to pledge?
I don't have to jump?
You don't have to jump.
Okay, fair enough.
So the race is whoever sees this video first, if you pledge before Holly jumps.
No!
Yeah.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
I think it sounds like a good challenge. You look scared.
I don't like to be cold.
I know. When you're out there, I'm not going on that ice.
No, I am not. That ship has sailed. Like you're saying your mosh pit days are over, my cold days are over.
Let's do it. I'll get the public to put pressure on you. To say, we'll be able to see if you're the first pledger or not. And it'll go up today.
I have a busy day. That's not fair.
Oh, how about I'll text you. I'll text you when it goes up. So the podcast will be available on Facebook and YouTube, wherever. We'll probably go on Facebook first. Okay. And so I'll text you. I'll say, uploading now. And if you're on the phone or busy, well.
I will run the video. That's you're just going to show me what to do.
And apparently there's prizes for best dress and stuff.
Perfect.
Yeah, so I think I got my outfit ready.
Well, it better be very Yeti-like.
It'll be fun.
Whatever that is.
It'll be fun. Okay, and let's tie up the first podcast. And next week we're going to cover some more of events coming up, but we've already shot our first human interest story.
So exciting.
What have you got to show?
Hold it. Look how cool this is.
What is it?
I received a very cool gift made with love. This is made out of wood. Look at that. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. So who gave this to you?
Clyde
Brasher.
So he is our first human interest piece, thanks to John Clark,
Yes.
who reached out to us via Facebook, and we got to spend the Monday afternoon with him for a few hours.
And he gave her one, but not me. You know why? Because she's pretty, and I'm not.
I'd love to have you have it. That's what I do. I never sold a piece.
No?
No, I always gave them away to pretty ladies. You'd have had trouble. You'd have been here for years and never got a bowl.
And so when you come to my office, I am going to this is a perfect bowl to put candy in.
Yeah,
but what a cool
gift. He
gift.
made it himself.
Yes.
He's 97 years old. And I got to say, he had so much Sprite.
Oh, so just very ray of sunshine. I think I even called him that. I said he's a ray of sunshine, and he's such a character.
Yeah.
Yes, Martha's wonderful.
And he's got stories that I never knew about the area.
Oh, I learned a couple new ones as well.
Yeah.
We could honestly, we could have sat there all day, really.
Yeah.
It was just fun stories, definitely adventurous. So I'm excited.
Yes. Thank you for joining us. If we won't ask you much, but if you could like and subscribe, it would help give us some endorphins to keep going, okay? And also let us know what you'd like to see. We gave you the email address earlier. Let us know human interest stories or events coming up that you'd like to get covered. Give us some feedback. But just like and subscribe goes a long way because we're just doing this out of our own time and pocket.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. And the goal is to produce something weekly, right?
Yes.
And hopefully clearly we have plenty to talk about. That goes without saying, right?
Yep.
So as you guys come across things or have ideas, please reach out. We'd love to hear from you. And let Yeti know how awesome of a job he's doing with all this editing, right? I'm impressed.
Oh, thank you.
I'm absolutely impressed. So
I
we
don't
appreciate
get outside
you.
much.
We even had people reach out like, hey, I did this. Are you going to have that video soon? And like we had mentioned earlier, there were several hours of video footage, right? That
each person, I could do a 5-minute video on each.
Right.
But, this video that you just saw took 3 days to edit.
Oh, I bet.
And that's full-time days.
Wow.
Yeah. And go into the night, I've got to put the girl to bed.
Right.
So, yeah. And so every reel takes a bit of time.
Yeah.
It's not AI doing it.
Right. And it's not Holly either.
Thanks for joining us. And we'll see you next week.
All right. Have a great week.
Thanks, Holly.
Let's make it great.